Good evening, everyone. Today is March 5th. We are going to be doing a new product release this evening. Super fun. Obviously, before that, we'll talk about some books that we have going for April. So we'll put our poll up tonight for you to vote on April's book. And then after this live show, we will be jumping into some reading sprints. So if you're interested in getting some things done or getting some reading done, please feel free to join us after this live show. But if you're just joining us, be sure to say hello. I know Facebook and Instagram supposedly were having some kind of issue today, so I did not get an opportunity to post a reminder in either area today, but you can watch this in replay, no problem. So how are you doing tonight, Laura?
I'm here. It snuck up on me really suddenly. I've just been busy putzing in the house all day long, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's 1:45. I got to do stuff. Like, I'm not prepared. So I'm all right, just a little more scattered than I would enjoy being. And also I have to apologize too, because I'm doing laundry for work, which again I forgot to start earlier. So if you hear a buzz in the background, it's just my washing machine or dryer. So yeah, that is my day. How are you?
Good. This is the best part of the day when both of my children are in their beds, sleeping and quiet, not making a noise. So yeah, today was a day. Today was a day. So I'm very happy to hear nothingness right now. So yeah. But anywho, as far as our book club stuff, we always try to get that completed first. So if you wouldn't mind telling everybody how we came to the theme for April, and then what books we have on the docket for voting for April's reading.
Absolutely. Okay, so April was sort of a free month. No one had picked anything, and it's not one of our birthday months. So last week in our book review chat, words escape me right now, but we asked what you guys thought we should pick as a theme, and Allie voted for color. So we tried to think of things with color afterwards, and that didn't really work out. And I thought, what about the gem of the month? Thinking it had a color to it, we could pick that color. Well, it's a diamond for April, which is not helpful for picking color-wise. But we did decide to pick diamonds in the title as part of the thing. So researched a bunch of stuff, and we came up with 3 nonfiction titles all about women with diamond in the title. So you ready for this weird bunch, everybody? Okay. The first one is called Diamonds at Dinner, My Life as a Lady's Maid in a 1930s Stately Home. This is by Hilda Newman with Timothy Tate. This is part of that series that was out like 2014, 2015, 2016. A whole bunch of these memoirs were published. I read a few. I really liked them. So here we go. I thought I'd gone to prison. This was Hilda Newman's first impression when, at the age of 19, she left her parents' little terraced cottage in Lincolnshire and embarked on a new life as a lady's maid at Croom Court, the enormous stately home of Lord and Lady Coventry. The year was 1935, the twilight of the English aristocracy. It was a time of wealth and glamour, of lavish balls and evening gowns, of tiaras and a coronation. As personal maid to Lady Coventry, Hilda had a unique insight into the leisured life of one of Britain's most noble families. In her fascinating memoir of life upstairs and down, Hilda takes us back to a gilded era which will be brutally swept away by the Second World War. Hers is a very personal story of being transplanted from a tiny house with no bath or hot water to an 18th century Neo-Palladian mansion surrounded by parkland landscaped by Lancelot Capability Brown. But it's also the remarkable story of the family whose service she entered, and that of Croom Court itself. During World War II, it housed the Dutch royal family who had fled Nazi occupation. Don't know why I can't talk today, excuse me. And was also home to the top secret RAF base where radar was developed. This is Hilda's story. And this is roughly 275 pages. The next one we have is Diamond Doris, the true story of the world's most notorious jewel thief by Doris Payne with Zelda Lockhart. Growing up during the Depression in the segregated coal mining town of Slab Fork, West Virginia, the bright and willful Doris Payne dreamed big. Fascinated by the fine clothes, jewels, and lifestyles in magazines such as Town and Country and Harper's Bazaar, she imagined a world beyond herself, one in which she did not carry the weight of limitations that others imposed on her, and where her beloved mother was free from her father's abuse. After the owner of a local store threw her out when a white customer arrived, Doris vowed that neither her race or gender would hold her back. She was going to control her own life and make her own money. Using her southern charm and quick wit, she began shoplifting small pieces of jewelry from local stores, and over the course of 6 decades, grew her talents with each heist. As a world-class expert jewel thief, she daringly pulled off numerous diamond robberies, using nuns and various ruses to help her avoid arrest while her Jewish boyfriend fenced the stolen gems. A rip-roaringly fun and exciting tale, Diamond Doris is the portrait of a captivating heroine, who experienced life to the fullest on her own terms. And then here is a picture of her, I believe, later in life. You can see that. So there's Doris in a bad ring light situation. And then the very last book we have is Black Diamond Queens, African American Women and Rock and Roll by Maureen Mann. African American women have played a pivotal part in rock and roll, from laying its foundations and singing chart-topping hits to influencing some of the genre's most iconic acts. Despite this, Black women's importance to the music's history has been diminished by narratives of rock as a mostly white male enterprise. In Black Diamond Queens, Maureen Mann draws on recordings, press coverage, archival materials, and interviews to document the history of African American women in rock and roll between the 1950s and the 1980s. Mann details the musical contributions and cultural impact of Big Mama Thornton, Laverne Baker, Betty Davis, Tina Turner, Mary Clayton LaBelle, the Shirelles, and others, demonstrating how dominant views of gender, race, sexuality, and genre affected their careers. By uncovering this hidden history of Black women in rock and roll, Mann reveals a powerful sonic legacy that continues to reverberate into the 21st century. And she is an associate professor of music at New York University. So this one, it's listed as 400 pages. However, there's a ton of stuff at the back. So I think the actual page count for this one is like right around 280. And there are some photographs throughout. Like I just passed this. Oh, Betty Davis. There's some of that. So 288. And I didn't say Diamond Doris is fairly short. It's like 250 pages. So all to 300 pages, all Diamond Ladies for April. And you can vote starting tonight or early tomorrow, probably tonight, for the next couple of weeks in our community page, just like usual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'd be happy to read any of those books. They all sound really fun.
They do. They do really do.
That's cool. Okay. So like Laura said, I'll get the poll up probably during the reading sprints. So that'll be up this evening in the community tab. And then we'll announce the winner of that in the live discussion, which is at the end of this month for our March read, which if you're reading with us in March, we're reading The Witch of Blackbird Pond by
Elizabeth George Spear.
Which is for middle grade March. It is a middle grade read. So we are reading that. So the live discussion for that is on Tuesday, March 26th. So that's when we'll announce the April book. And then in April, that only gives you a week for reading sprints. Let's go ahead and say I'll announce that on the 19th.
Sure.
So the polls will be open for 2 weeks. So we'll announce the winner on the 19th. So you'll be able to vote until the 18th. So we'll post that in the community tab as well as Instagram. And then if you're in the Voxer group, we'll also put it in the Voxer group. And then on the 26th of March, we'll have the live discussion for our March book. And then the following Tuesday, so it'll be 2 Tuesdays in a row that you'll see us live. On Tuesday, the 2nd of April, that is when we will have our next new products. And then that's when we'll start reading sprints with the April book. So, okay, let's say hello. We weren't ignoring you all, just kind of in the midst of it. Hi, cool
Hello.
gamer. Nice to see you. As always, Jessica is here. Hi, Jessica. Finally, people joining for the book club read.
Oh, yay!
Library, wonderful. I my library has one, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna go and get one because they moved locations again. And anywho, but I am on the wait list for the e-copy on Libby. It says I have to wait 2 weeks. So considering it's a middle grade, I think I can probably swing it. And sometimes it comes a little bit earlier on Libby, but I don't know. So we'll see. I'm not going to be reading it tonight, but I'm hoping to get it on Libby. So I'm glad you got your copy. It's always fun to read with you. Always great to join too many. Yeah, it is. There's so many good things happening during the month. Middle grade March is nice because you can join a lot because the books are shorter and the comprehension level is different. So it's kind of like you can pass through them really quickly. So it's fun. I know people love Shorty September for the same reason. So yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's get into some of our new products this evening. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we can jump right on into them. With March, we have a lot going on. Oh, you know what, Jessica? Sorry, everyone. I got distracted by Jessica's comments. Are you reading the group read? You know, I have been so out of the loop. I don't even know what the group read is. Can you share that with us and let us know what that is?
I've written it down twice and it won't stick in my head. And I keep remembering like to have to go back and look again. And I just never remember. It falls out. So if you could please tell us. And I've watched their plan aheaads, pile possibilities. I've watched all those videos. Nope, not sticking in my brain. It's just like a sieve.
Okay. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So for new products, so in the month of March, we have a lot going on. We have St. Patrick's Day is middle of the month, the 17th. And then Easter is actually in March this year. It's the last Sunday.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Of the month. Yeah, I know. It seems like it's so early, but sometimes too, because the way it falls, sometimes it's like super late in April and you're like, wow, it's so far. But nope, it's the last day of March this year. So we have 2 holidays in the month. So you're going to see a little bit of that in our new products. I could not help myself. I had to do something for St. Patrick's Day. I myself am Irish, and my family is very Irish. My stepdad's family is like full-blooded, 100% rocking the Irish genes. So I had to put something in there. These are part of our collection of Color Me bookmarks. So these are great for kids. This is going to come in a 3-pack. And it comes with 3 colored pencils. Now, you might not necessarily get the colored pencils you see here. We just kind of get a collection and we put them in there. So you may have different colors, but you will get the 3 bookmarks that you see here. We also have some for Easter. So if you have any kiddos that love getting really cool gifts in their Easter baskets that are not candy, I know I've really gotten away from putting candy in Easter baskets because I feel like sometimes kiddos eat all of the candy in one sitting, which is not always the best. So I tend to do a few candies with some jelly beans, and then mostly other things like books and, crossword puzzles and that kind of stuff. So this is a great way to add something to your basket that isn't edible. So we have some Eastery kind of things. We have a bunch of like baby animals. So there's like bunnies and chicks and goats and pigs and that kind of thing. Along with on the other side, we have some eggs and Easter baskets. And then this is really fun right in the middle. Your kiddo can draw a face on the Easter bunny. Which is fun. So again, the colored pencils, you get 3 of them, but again, it might just be varying colors. Then we have some more of our dictionary pages. This is kind of like just bookish stacks with some floral. You receive all 3 as a set in the collection. So when you order, you don't have to pick one. You get all 3. I believe we sell those at $6. So you get 3 pages for $6.
Yeah. Those are really pretty.
Yeah, thank you. I thought they were too. And then we have some for Easter. So these again, you'll get all 3, $6, and you'll get these 3, one in a teacup, one in with like a floral wreath, and then this one that almost looks like Peter Rabbit. When I was creating these lovely pieces, my printer was set on print on both sides. So I actually have one of these that I get to keep for myself because there's an image on both sides. So way to waste ink. But I have I have the one with the wreath on it. So I was like, perfect. I can just put that in a frame and maybe give it as a gift. But yeah. Silly me. I did a couple of oopsies with stupid double-sided today. Anywho, now this is something new. These are we created these. Obviously the images and stuff are not, I didn't draw these, but we create these bookmarks. These are bookmarks that are individual to us, so you may not see them anywhere else, but these obviously are Peter Rabbit. So Beatrix Potter. We have Peter Rabbit, we have Miss Moppet, and then I believe the duck, what was her name?
Jemima Puddle Duck?
Yes. And then we have the Tailor of Gloucester. How do you say that? Gloucester?
I always say Gloucester, but that's probably
Gloucester. Yeah. Simpkin. So these are some characters from Miss Potter and her lovely tales. And so we put these together. These are going to be sold individually or as a set. Now, these are going to be, they're laminated like our regular bookmarks, but they are not double-sided. So you have the print on one side, and then the back side is just the card stack that we printed it on. So it's a white background. It will also come with tassels. However, the tassels might vary based on availability, but this is kind of your standard idea of what this is going to look like. So we have our little Peter Rabbit, and then, like I said, Miss Moppet. It's like Jemima. Yes. Oh my gosh. Just did this. And then Simpkin. So love these. So much fun doing this. Yeah. I am in love with the Peter Rabbit one. I can't tell you how much I love Peter Rabbit. So we have those available now in the shop. And then we also have some Peter Rabbit greeting cards. So if you're looking for something for Easter, these are just blank inside, but you'll have the front side with little Peter Rabbit with an egg wreath. We also have one that has a little a cross on it in case you are looking for something more like that. And then we just have some standard cards that you can use for any time of the year. So we have Peter Rabbit here with this famous quote of "Even the smallest one can change the world." And then we have "Now run along and don't get into mischief." We all know that wasn't as easy as it was said. And then obviously our opening lines of Once Upon a Time, there were 4 little rabbits and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. And then this one's nice. I think about this being like a get well card, but Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed and made some chamomile tea. 1 tablespoonful to be taken at bedtime. So I thought that was super cute. So those will be available, and you can purchase those, just the card or the card and envelope, and we are using craft envelopes if you're interested. And then lastly, we are printing this particular scene for wall art. And that is going to be printed on cardstock, 8.5 by 11. So your standard letter size white cardstock, it'll be printed on that. And then the frames are not included. You would be able to select whatever frame you'd like. So it's just the print on the 8.5 by 11 paper. So with Easter, it's kind of hard not to find cute things that you can put around your house. Super fun. Okay, so let's see here. Back to the question we asked. The Mona Lisa vanishes. It's a nonfiction middle grade.
Okay. I'm writing it down again. Let me get a pen.
Go write it down.
Honestly.
Thank you. So Jessica, typically we always have our products live by like the next morning by 10 a.m. I'm actually going to be working on that during the sprints. I'm really, to be honest, with all of you here that are watching this live, I'm probably just going to go ahead and publish them tonight, because with my kids in the morning, it is so hard to tell what the morning is going to look like, and I just don't want to be late, like posting things. So I would rather just get it done when I know I have the time. So tonight, as we're doing our reading sprints, I'm going to be working on getting all of those up on Etsy, and I'm just going to, as I'm going, I'm just going to publish them. So you may see most of them even up tonight. If not, for sure, they're up by Wednesday, the day after this live, by 10 a.m. So the real answer is 10 a.m. Wednesday, but you're alive and you're listening to me say this, answer is I'm probably going to get them done tonight. So yeah. Yeah, so without further ado, that's really it. We have our poll going to be going up today. That'll be on our community tab, so watch out for those. Just a reminder, all those books were nonfiction, so right. They're all nonfiction reads. And that will be for April's book. We're going to be doing reading sprints right after this, and that will be for our March read of The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear. And then all those products should be up this evening, if not tomorrow morning. Yeah. Any questions? Anything else? Anything you have, Laura?
Nope.
Okay, well, if you're going to be joining us, we'll be super pleased to see you in about 7 to 5 minutes, depending on how quickly we get over there. Yeah. But we will see you there. If not, we hope you have a great night. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.